We are now joined by Botir Bayzakov from Cloudflare. How are you doing today?
Hey James, I'm doing well, thank you. Super excited to be here.
Likewise, we've braved the rain. We thought it might put everybody off, but luckily folks turned up in the end.
Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, see, I struggled a bit to come to here today. Yes, the roads were like almost rivers in some areas.
We were considerably worried, but it worked out in the end. We're all good. You made it here. You've got your booth. I'm familiar with Cloudflare, but for those who are not, do tell them what you're all about.
Yeah, so we essentially were connectivity clouds, right? So we are one of the largest networks in the world. Actually, like to my friends who are non-technical, or maybe to their parents, when they ask me what I do and what Cloudflare is, I actually say we are the largest company in the world that you use every day, but you never heard of. Right? This is how I put it. So around 20% of all global internet traffic flows through Cloudflare data centers. So we are literally like everywhere, I would say. Every potential maybe fifth click that you do, or maybe site that you use, very likely that we will be touching Cloudflare. We are one of those guys, good guys, I would say, who are sitting in the background and trying to make sure that the internet is good. So our whole mission is helping build a better internet.
Sure. Well, there's a kind of intuitive thinking that by putting an intermediary link in between like a website and the end user, that would slow things down. But the idea of what you do is it actually speeds things up. It's connectivity that actually boosts the traffic speed.
Correct. So the way it works is like if you try to push traffic via just a normal routes, so the ISPs out there intuitively will be pushing your traffic and diverting it and routing it via the most cost-effective way, which means basically sometimes you companies may hit congested routes or maybe some broken cables. What Cloudflare does is actually pings the entire internet constantly and finds the most optimal, the fastest route to deliver your content to your users or maybe to your origin, which makes it super fast.
Right. And the other element that everyone's very excited about, or that people value, is the security, isn't it?
Correct.
So you're using a CDN and reverse proxy providers. What's the most troubling cybersecurity threats that you've encountered and that people really need to guard against these days? Because the landscape changes so fast.
True. So there are quite a lot of security threats that we block on a daily basis. In fact, I think over 30 million daily threats are blocked by Cloudflare. It's quite significant. The biggest ones on top of any organization is actually DDoS attacks and also phishing and malware attacks. These are the types of things that we guard against our customers.
And so it's almost acting like a kind of firewall against this stuff. That's the idea, yeah?
Firewall, yeah.
Gotcha.
Pretty much.
So what kind of tools do you offer clients to identify whether they are and are not being attacked and to identify the problem themselves? Or is it very much the idea that you're trying to shield them from even realizing there is an issue? How does it work? What do you report?
So typically when we onboard customers on Cloudflare, they are given a dashboard, so via which they can access all of the reports that are happening in real time. We give them that data as well. Additionally, we record over 150 metadata attributes for every single request. That gives them a really good overview of what is actually happening, what is actually coming their way, what we are blocking, what we are not blocking, and it's up to them to decide what they want to do next.
Right. And so what when they make that decision, what kind of options do they have?
They have their own, they can write their own rules on the spot, and usually whenever they write rule and then hit deploy, it usually takes maybe up to 10 seconds to go live. Additionally, they can contact us. We are more than happy to actually help customers to write correct rules and test them, and pretty much, like it's some customers say Cloudflare is it works so good that sometimes it becomes boring because you literally switch it on and forget. Well, obviously not forget, but you know what I mean.
It's what people say about certain services, and I work with cameras, so there's a lot of chat in the visual effects world. Is the best visual effects are the ones you don't notice. You think they're there.
Absolutely right.
So same sort of thing. But I often ask people about their USPs, but what is something that you think Cloudflare offers or that your company does that maybe other competitors in your field don't? Do you think there's something that you guys do differently, or is it just the same thing?
We are different. I'll talk about my team. So I head up the gaming team for Cloudflare. So the unique USP for us is my team only focuses in this industry. So we have quite deep expertise in this field, and we can actually consult our customers or maybe tell them what are the other technologies that they should be using together probably with Cloudflare to boost their revenue, to boost their conversion rates, to make sure that they're secure, basically all kind of technology stack. But on Cloudflare side, I would say, because we see so much traffic, I would say when you deploy Cloudflare, you're literally employing someone who knows literally everything about the internet. Imagine having that person in your, as your employee that knows literally everything about the internet, how better your business would run. This is what we do.
So what about for the rest of the year going into 2024? I'm curious about the service you've been providing and other, service providers like yourselves.
Correct.
It's been going for a long time, and the internet is like the foundation of it at the minute is still similar-ish. I know Web3 is kind of looming in. Does that change things hugely for you? What are you likely to be working on in the next few years, do you think?
There are a number of things that we're working in the background. The world is becoming increasingly, digitalized. Everyone is moving into digital. We are looking at new trends and threats as well. We are deploying new products, new solutions. In fact, me as a kind of leader for the gaming team, I'm always on the lookout for new ideas or maybe new solutions that we can develop internally that can help, our customers.
Gotcha. And what about the show today? You've come in and, we're in Dubai. It's the second time that we've been here. We've been exploring the MENA region a little bit more, as well as places like Helsinki in the States and around Europe. What's the benefit, do you feel, of coming to meet clients face-to-face versus, you could have, whatever meetings you had today, you could have been done over a Zoom call, technically. Why come in person?
True. Face-to-face is always different because it gives you, it kind of puts you in that position where you are more comfortable to speaking about, maybe solutions or problems or identifying new areas where you can partner with someone. And when you come to events, you are literally geared to speak to new people, to network. And just by chance, you may sometimes find out or maybe come across some super great idea that you never thought about, right? So this is the beauty of coming to events and networking with like-minded people. I love it.
Well, we're glad you're able to make it today in spite of everything else, and hopefully we'll see you at the next one. Botir.
Great. Thank you, James.
Pleasure.
Thank you.